Jennifer Aniston?
Yes.
Okay.
At Connections to Success, we inspire individuals to realize their dreams and achieve.
Freezy by Nature creates safe, inclusive, and celebratory spaces through
Wings of Hope changes and saves lives through the power of aviation. From delivering critical medical transport to supporting global humanitarian missions, we bring hope to communities in need. This GiveSTLDay. Help us reach farther, fly higher, and save more lives.
So glad it's not raining, y'all. Hey, 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 this is Chi Anderson, and I am here for GiveSTLDay right here in St. Louis Community Foundation. I am so excited to be celebrating all the amazing nonprofits right here in our city of St. Louis. And next up, we have Gateway to the Great Outdoors. Woo! Thank y'all so much for being here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having us. We really, really appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank
of
you.
course. I would love to hear more about your organization's mission and who you serve.
So we work with Title I schools here in St. Louis and actually Chicago. Everything raised here in St. Louis, though, stays in St. Louis, just so you know. It goes directly to our schools. And we work with SLPS and Ferg Floor. We teach them STEAM education and outdoor education. So what exactly does that mean? We are lucky enough to have partnerships with university students, which are our mentors. And our mentors go into the schools once a week, teach STEAM education. We take them outdoors 3 times a semester on adventures to rock hounding. Sometimes we go to the zoo. We'll go rock climbing. We'll go canoeing. We go hiking. At the very, very end of the year, we take the kids on an overnight camping trip, and that is an experience of a lifetime. So we teach them how to respect nature, how to survive in nature, all that stuff that we all had as kids, and you know they unfortunately don't get. So we make sure that we provide them with those experiences and opportunities to get familiar with nature instead of being scared of it. You'd be amazed how many kids live right behind a green space or a park but have never ever been.
Wow, I was one of those kids.
A lot of us are. A lot of us are.
I was more of a bike, like I'll get on my bike and like, you know, but never like in the grass and stuff.
You should see these kids.
I was such
light
a girl.
Oh yeah, no, the girls are the best. They love it. And when we go camping, a lot of times they can't wait to get in that craft tent, right?
Oh,
you know,
really?
So they make friendship bracelets. But it's about learning about, you know, getting along with people, working together with people, understanding that, you know, the environment is our friend and we need to take care of it. You know, I am not a naturalist at heart, but I love the outdoors. So when I was a kid, I went to summer camp. Now, I like my air conditioning and you know, hotel rooms and stuff too, but camping will bring you peace. And with everything going on today, not only do we find it important for the educational part of this whole thing and the science part of this whole thing, but mentally it's super important for these kids to learn that there's an outlet aside from what they're used to.
Yeah. Both of you, the question is for both of you. How long have you been with this org, and what made you want to apply and be a part of this amazing mission?
I'll take that one first.
Okay.
I actually have been with the organization since 2017, since it was first founded, and I started as a volunteer. I was contacted by some friends of mine who own a summer camp, and they asked me to meet with this interesting young man. And I have to brag about our founder for a second. He is all of 30 years old right now and found GGO when he was 23 and an undergrad at Washington University. And he saw a need for this in St. Louis and in Chicago and in other parts of the country. And so it started at WashU, actually, and I came in as a volunteer for 2 years and then ended up working with him. And it's the best job I've ever had in my life. It is incredible. It's heartwarming and wonderful. And Isabel's golden. She joined us, too, not too long ago.
Yeah, I joined recently in October or November of last year, and I was contacted through a friend that I was working for and told me about this really cool organization that was in need of someone in programming, and I reached out to Daryl, and my first day I met a bunch of the classes and all of the people I'd be working with, and it was just such a cool experience that I knew I had to join. And so, yeah.
I love this. I love this. Let's speak about the current need or challenge that your organization is facing right now. What would that be, Daryl?
Funny you should ask that. You know, we all know what happened a few years ago, and we were affected by those DOJ cuts as well as so many other people. So I'm not trying to separate us out, but what we are still fighting back from that. The worst day, I had to drive to Chicago and fire 10 staff members because they were all AmeriCorps members, and that was the start of scrambling and figuring out how we were going to keep showing up and how we were going to make it through. The good news is we did. We kept showing up. We made it through. We got our kids out there. We gave them the wonderful experiences, and I mean, we did it. We are still scrambling for that. Obviously, financially, things are hard with gas prices right now. Our bus expenses during this time, we have some camping trips coming up and some field trips that we're trying to make up for rainy days. Everything's doubled in price. So our biggest challenge, honestly, is making sure we have enough staff and funding to take our kids out and keep these wonderful trips and adventures happening, really. You know, it's a very small grassroots organization, and our principals are reporting 10% increases in test scores. So I kind of feel like it's worthy.
It is. Oh, for sure it is.
And I love hearing the stories.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. What types of organizations have you collaborated with to keep the mission moving forward?
We really partner with anybody we can. Our motto is we never say no at first. We have to investigate everything because not everything is a perfect fit.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have partnered with many, many organizations across the board. But our main partners are SLPS, Ferg Floor, Washington University, SLU, UMSL, Harris Stowe from time to time. We're really interested in getting into St. Louis Community College. And then, you know, as far as the nonprofit side goes, we have many partners, Ready Readers. We work with, oh my gosh, it was Gateway Greeting, Seed St. Louis. We have worked with a few others as well, and we love collaboration. I mean, that is what it's all about.
That's the name of the game.
That
right?
is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Definitely. Big Muddy, we've collaborated with them before. So Shaw Nature Reserve, Wolf Sanctuary. Do I need? I mean, it goes on and on and on. And without our partners, we wouldn't be anything.
You heard what she said.
Our mentors, they are the heart. They are the heart.
Yes.
The students that go into the university students that go into the classrooms. They're the ones. They're showing these kids that partnership, that mentorship, that consistency that they don't have.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids, as we all know, a lot of our people we work with or serve, you know, their parents are absent, their grandparents are raising them, their sisters raising them, their mom, you know, working very hard, but it's just the way the chips fell, unfortunately, for them.
Isabel, what positive change have you seen in some of the kids since you've been working there?
Yeah, I feel like I've seen a lot of positive change, especially with like an interest in the environment. A lot of the kids grasp onto like our concepts because we usually do lessons in like a really fun and engaging way. Like we bring candy in, we all sorts of things. And so, sometimes.
She didn't say that.
No.
What she said was
S'mores,
carrots.
all
You said
s'mores.
carrots, not candy.
Yes. Yes.
We teach about hummus and cucumbers growing in the ground.
Yes. And then also when we went camping, it was a really cool experience to see kids, especially like our fourth graders who hadn't been before, doing experiences that they had never done. Some of the kids were terrified of the rock climbing. They looked up and they saw it and they were like, I can't do that. And then all of a sudden they were like climbing up super fast and wanted to go again and again. And it was a really good experience for them to like build their ability to like know what they can do.
Yes, I love that. Donations, let's talk about it, okay? How will the donations from GiveSTLDay impact your work and the people that you serve?
Life-changing. We cannot have our organization if we don't have donations. And we literally can reach as many schools as we're able to reach based on how much money we are able to bring in. So if we want to provide services for all grades 4 through 8 in all Title I school in St. Louis. We can do that. We just need the money.
Understood. Climate and Canvas. Can we talk about it?
Yes.
Can you tell us about it?
Climate and Canvas is really, really cool.
Yes.
You know, we do STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And did I get that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of question myself. It's a little long day. And the art part of it, we really enhanced this year, and we did a pilot program, and we hope to enhance this next year, and we're working on it right now. But essentially, what we did is we taught to our classes. We did a whole year on what's happening right now with the environment and climate, and how it's affecting everyday life, and we wanted to get an idea of how they understood about climate and how they can express that. So we had them pick a season of their choice, do a little research about it, do some projects with it, and the end result was a really cool exhibit that we were able to show at the Contemporary Art Museum for one day. And that was very cool. And next year we hope to expand it. But they did these box sculptures of themselves, and the inside showed how they would adapt to the current climate changing. And it was, I mean, the creativity with these kids, it was so cool. And if you go on our website or our social media, you can see some of their work. Isabel had a lot to do with that. So did you have any, like, what did you feel about that program?
Yeah, when I first started, they were already working on the Climate and Canvas project. And at first I was curious of how they were going to be able to understand like the concept. But over time, as we like continued to talk about it and they continued to like build on their projects, it became clear that they understood more than I like at first thought they would. And they just had a lot of fun with it. We used a lot of recycled material to build their sculptures. And yeah, it was really cool. It was a cool experience.
It was just at the camp for one day.
Yeah.
You got to run that back. We got to run it back.
Yeah. Next year, what we really hope to do is have it launch there, and then hopefully bounce from location to location for like 2 weeks at a time. So we had to try it. We had to see how it worked, and it was awesome.
I want to see that.
I will send you some information.
Please
yeah,
do.
I will.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was pretty cool. I have to say. It was, And you know, some of the kids came in to see their work, and they were so proud of it, and they stood there and took pictures and talked about it, and you know this. They don't know necessarily what it means to have a piece shown at the Contemporary Art Museum, but
they were very proud of themselves.
They were very proud
They
of
should
themselves.
be.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing. Why should our beautiful community support your organization, not just on GiveSTLDay, but way far beyond today?
Can I tell a story?
Please.
Okay.
Tell all the stories, Daryl.
This was the one, man. This was the one of the ones that got me big time. October. Lots of time with the kids, and it was a few years ago, and we were taking the kids to an orchard to go pick pumpkins and all that stuff. And we went out to this privately owned orchard, not a big one because we try to keep it within normal anxiety levels, I guess. So it was very welcoming and family oriented. And there was this one little boy that didn't say anything through the whole year. I mean, the whole year just didn't say a word. And he shows up in his makeshift costume with high waters and all this other stuff. And he was so quiet and shy. And we go to the animal area. And you know how kids are with animals. They scream, they run, they carry on. And, of course, all the kids were screaming and running. And I turn around, and there is this kid petting these goats. Just petting the goats. The goats were not eating. They were just petting them. And all of a sudden, he had all these goats around him. And we called him the Goat Whisperer. And I went up to him, and I said, normally it's hard to, communicate with these goats. Anyway, he looked at me for the very first time, and he says, I think I'll become a vet. Maybe I'll become a vet. So that's the kind of thing we teach, that it is in reach. That was one story. Another one was we took some kids camping and canoeing, and I mean, this is not as heartwarming, but it's shocking and it's real. They put the life vests on and asked if they were bulletproof. So, of course, we tell them there's nothing to worry about with that, but that's where their head goes. Not if they're going to fall and drown, but if they're going to if this vest they're putting on is bulletproof. But I have seen their guards go down, man. They get in that boat, and the one kid's like, I've never been in a boat before. Channel 4 did a story on us not too long ago. That is also on our website. Tells a good story of GGO.
Thank you for sharing that, Daryl. How can everyone follow you guys and continue to support the mission?
Why don't you take that, Isabel? Right at the camera.
Yep, right at the camera. So website, socials,
Yeah,
however.
we have our website. If you look up Gateway to the Great Outdoors, it should show up as well as an Instagram, a Facebook page where we update on different events that we're having and different ways to support.
All right, there you have it.
GatewayOutdoors.org.
Yes.
GatewayOutdoors.org. And anything helps. Anything
Yes.
moves our needle.
Yes, $1, 50 cents, anything helps. Please donate
Million,
to Gateway to
nice.
Great Outdoors right now. Thank you guys so much for the work that you're doing.
Thank you for having
Yes.
us. This is amazing. Thank you.
Yes. Keep going, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. All right.
At STL Village, we believe growing older shouldn't mean growing isolated. We support older adults who want to age in place while staying safe, socially connected, and engaged in their communities. Through neighbor-to-neighbor support and meaningful connection, we help people live independently and with dignity. This GiveSTL Day helps ensure no one has to age alone because connection changes everything.
Hey, this is Chi Anderson on GiveSTLDay right here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I am at St. Louis Community Foundation all day. We are shouting out, pouring into all of the amazing 501c3s right here in our beautiful city. And then next up, we have One Silver Star!
Yes.
I'm so excited to speak with y'all, learn more about your org and all the things. Are y'all ready to get started?
Yes.
Cassandra, you can start by just saying, talking about the org, what your role is there, and your mission.
All right. Hi, I'm Cassandra Logan. I am the founder and president of One Silver Star. Our mission is to offer a hands-up approach, not just a handout, by building sustainable, affordable housing, jobs, art, and health. We do so much in the community. Most of the time, I'm not going to say I forget, but I just move on to the next, things that needs to be done. We do a wraparound service, which is for each individual need, because we believe unity is the best community.
Ooh, is that a slogan?
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. Put it on a shirt. I'm sure you have already.
It is.
Oh,
Wait. I got to do this.
she got to. Hey! How long have you been around?
So, see, what happened was, it is a story. We never know our plans of what is to be done. A lot of people don't know their purpose. So for that reason, we kind of wonder and so forth. So in 2013, I started a LLC business, Logan's Kids Resale. That business was more of a not-for-profit status, because I gave away way more, because there were individuals and families coming in with great needs, right? And so when the pandemic came, a lot of businesses lost, and you had to restructure how to do things. And so unfortunately, Logan's Kids Resale is coming up on 3 years. It did not survive, but in 2021, One Silver Star was formed, right? And so from there, we've been doing a lot of different things in the community. And so we just keep on doing it, but it's becoming a struggle. And that's why we are here at GiveSTL.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Can we speak about a specific program that you have? and what that is. What does it entail?
All right, I'm glad that you asked. So, as you know, St. Louis have this a lot of food desert neighborhoods, right? A lot of families suffer food insecurities, and for that reason, especially last year for the May 16th tornado, we incorporated one Silver Star community food outreach. And what we do, we not consider a food pantry because people don't come to us, but we do something that is very strategic and kind of costly because it requires a lot of logistical things. And that is, we go out into the community. Say you bring the food to the people. We have partnered with St. Anthony's Padua Food Pantry and Guardian Angel, along with other organizations to help. We have fresh fruits and vegetables, and that is something that you really can't get at food pantries because of the complexity of things, right? And so when we come out with that, they were like, oh wow. So every week we go to Produce Row with St. Anthony's Food Pantry Padua assistants, right? And so they help with that. And so to be able to offer those vital nutrients, that helps a whole lot. And our we every third and fourth Friday we go to a specific senior building because we can only do so much, right? You know, they'd be like, can you come to us? Can you come to us? We have to be real structured and strategic about how we help and what we help because of the lack of, we only have one vehicle. We only have a few volunteers, and then we only have so much food.
Yeah.
And I know the next question will be the challenge. So right now, once
She done took over mine. That wasn't the next question. I ain't got there yet.
all right, so I'm gonna let her get there, but because I'm so passionate about
Which we
what
love.
we do
Yes.
and how we do, and
Yes.
because of our displacement and the weather is no longer on our side, we have units of refrigerators and freezers that are in storage right now because we are displaced. So we need a warehouse, a building, or else we will have to shut the food program down. And who on earth wants
don't wanna
that?
do that.
We don't want to do that.
No. Thank you for that. My beautiful darling here with the mic just holding it. We're going to make sure that you use that mic.
Okay.
You can just state your name, your role with One Silver Star, and why did you choose to start working there?
There's a story to that. So I'm Cindy Sue. I'm currently the secretary at One Silver Star. And Cassandra walked into a store I was working at and was telling my boss how she lost all her volunteers. And she needed a face painter and like an Easter bunny and an ice cream lady. And my boss was like, oh, have you met Cindy Sue? She's a volunteer. And I was like, oh, you need me to get in a bunny suit? And she's like, nah, you won't fit in it. I show up the day of the event and thinking I'm going to be a face painter. And she goes, if I fin the bunny suit, you fin the bunny suit. So I became the Easter bunny. I've been doing it for 4 years now at an event that Cassandra does. And through that, me and Cassandra have continued to build like a professional and personal relationships. Cassandra has supported me through so much. I see so much of the work that she does in the community. And it has just been such a privilege to be able to work with her. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. This lady's amazing.
Any collaborative efforts that have happened with One Silver Star with other orgs? Who have you worked with?
Ooh. Let's see. St. Anthony's Food Pantry, Guardian Angel, Stars on a Mission, Better Family Life. It is so many more, and I hate to sit here and say, I just do what is needed to be done and don't make tally marks of it because what is the purpose? What is the mission?
Yeah.
And that's where that unity is the best community.
Yeah.
In regards to, I always say it's like a cake, right? If you have the oil, she has the egg, he has the flour. Let's put it together and make this cake or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Now I want a cake.
Yeah, see, there you go. And so, you know, that's pretty much how it bees in regards to collaboration. I believe in collaboration.
Yes.
Salvation Army, Peter and Paul, I just thought about it because we did get the funds to help the tornado victims. And one of the stipulations of that is you have to have a office. So right now we temporary in an office, but we can't really fully operate with the programs, the food programs, and so forth. But being able to help, you know, the tornado victims is one of the many things we do in regards to fresh fruits and vegetables, families with children. We have St. Louis Area Diaper Bank. So as I'm talking, I'm
Yeah.
remembering, right?
Yeah.
St. Louis Area Diaper Banks, they help us quarterly with diapers and so forth.
That's huge.
So it's just a matter of, you know, putting things together.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
I like to ask that question because it really does take a community. It takes
Yes,
a
it does.
village to keep these orgs going and
Yes.
moving forward for sure. Why, oh why, should anybody in this community watching right now today pour into your org, not just on GiveSTLDay, but in general?
So, Cindy, you want to take this one? Yes.
You both can answer if you want.
Well, see, before she joined, what she left out was she brought her nieces and, no, just a nephew. We did a train trip.
Okay.
Because we have a kid club, right?
Yep.
And so once she saw how it was, she was like, I can help you with this. And she came up with all of these ideas. So I believe in the community. How can you serve the community without including them? We could sit here and say, oh, we think they need this, this, and that. No, why don't you ask them?
Yeah.
So before she became One Silver Star, she was part of the community, you know, and she still is.
Yeah.
So why not start with our community partner?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, what was the question again? Why? Why?
Why should anyone that's a part of the community support One Silver Star?
Oh.
Not just on today, but indefinitely.
This is actually easy because this is like how Cassandra answered it. We hands up. We're here to give you a high five. We're here to give you a hand. We're not sitting here like, excuse me. But we're a hands up organization. So you're going to actually see us in the community. You're going to see us doing work. And you're going to like not see it like boosting or booming or anything. You're going to be walking down the street and be like, why is there all these tables of groceries on the thing? That's literally One Silver Star, where we go to the people of the community. You know, Cassandra walked into a store I was working at and just was like, oh, I need a volunteer. And she was able to find a volunteer. So a lot of times, like, when you come to One Silver Star, we're there even if we can't give you the resources like through our organization, we might be able to point you in a good direction. You know, we want everybody in the community, especially the community we serve, which is mostly South City, to thrive. And so we need stability and we need to thrive in order to continue to give that. So that's why. So you should. Thank you.
There it is. You heard what Cindy said. How can everyone follow you on socials, or what's your website, just so we can keep in contact with you guys?
Okay, so we are on Instagram and we are on Facebook, One Silver Star. Silver Star is one word. People often break it up, but it's one word. One means unity. Silver Star means knowledge and illumination. My mother came up with that. And I had to break the etymology of the word down in order to understand. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And then we have a website. It's the word one, the number one, silverstar.org. And we have we follow the blog. The blog is something that our web designer created to put these stories in. So every week we do certain things and so forth. And so that's kind of a way to follow. And then we have the for the different programs like the food. The food I'm really passionate about because you never realize how many people are hungry, right? True story, we gave a food distribution at Overland right there in Woodson, Page and Woodson. We were in an apartment complex. And so we have them, when they come in, they just sign, you know, what zip code, how many in their families, right? And so it was so massive that the Overland Police Department came. They were going to shut it down. There was no incitement or anything. It was just a crowd. And I told the sergeant, he said, well, you have to have a permit for this. I said, these people are hungry. And he said, well, next time do that. And I was like, why? This is on private property. But anyway, that's just the logistics of how things work, right? And which is unfortunate. And I told the officer, I said, if you tell these people that can't get food, you don't have enough officers to shut this down. And I'm not repacking this truck full of groceries, okay? So that's not going to happen. You pick and choose how this go down. And so, you know, they allowed us. But where I was going with it, as we look at the demographic, which is the zip codes, we had people come from South City, North City, Illinois, St. Peter's. They came from all over. And to me, that just behooves me to stand on what I told the officer. People are hungry. We served over 200 plus families, and then I think we did the demographic numbers of how many they have. It was almost 1,000. So we fed almost 1,000 people that day.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So that community food outreach is a very passionate thing, and it's really in jeopardy because, like I said, we have units, but like right now, I just stored a lot of stable stuff in my home. Well, it does no good to have it in my home when I really can't get it out to the people. But then I don't want people coming to my house.
Yeah.
So we need your help. Period.
Yes. Come
Okay?
on. Let's chime in now and start
Chime in.
paying
Come on.
this beautiful Org 1 Silver Star. Listen, they're doing some amazing
At Unleash
things
Your Potential,
in the
we close the opportunity
There's people
gap
out
for
here
children
that
and youth
need
by
the
building on their
food,
strengths through
that are
educational
hungry, as
programs,
Cassandra is
enriching
saying. Listen,
camps,
I
and family.
appreciate you for seeing the need and doing something about it. That takes a lot of guts to do, a lot of tenacity, a lot of energy, and you are boots on the ground, okay?
That we
boots
are.
on the ground.
That's it. She said it. This is not for the weak. It is a heart matter. It is a heart matters thing because I really dislike saying this, but we don't get paid for that. But with
And
my
this bright spots of hope
disability,
educates, empowers, and
my
inspires
disability
the
is
multiple
nothing knowing that
sclerosis.
people are hungry.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so I push through the aches, the pains, and so forth, and getting this food out. And usually I'm doing it on my own because it's like you get some volunteers. Volunteers are what they are, volunteers. But going and procuring food and lifting these heavy boxes and so forth,
So please, everyone in the community, if you are watching this, please continue to support 1 Silver Star. Let's alleviate some stress off of my good sis, Cassandra and Cindy, and let's continue to pour out so we can get some food out to these communities. Yes. Ain't that right?
Yes.
All right. Let's go.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Yes, thank y'all for everything that you do.
Yes.
At Connections to Success, we inspire individuals to realize their dreams and achieve economic independence by providing hope, resources, and a clear plan forward. Through career readiness and professional development programs, we help people build sustainable futures. This GiveSTLDay, your support can help turn ambition into achievement and hope into lasting success.
Living that mission, and we're grateful to be here to talk about it.
I love. Can we expound on the mission a little bit more?
Yes, we absolutely may, and thank you for that.
Tell us all the things.
And I'll give that quick overview. And like I said, Julie's had a child go through the program and really has lived that. But we know that all the research shows that inclusion, which is never a finished product, but always a work in progress, but it's at the hallmark and at the heart of our mission and what we do. When that occurs, everybody benefits, not just in the short term, the immediate term, not just for school success and kindergarten readiness, but whether it's children with or without special needs, the educators themselves, the parents, the families, partners in the community, everybody benefits. And so that is our mission, to provide not only that quality early learning experience in an inclusive setting. We also operate a pediatric outpatient therapy program, children birth through 18 years. And so again, it's just all about inclusion, all about looking at being strengths-based and doing all we can to help everybody, not only in the here and now, but to get that better future for all involved. And
we're a nonprofit daycare, and so it's for students with and without special needs, right? And so that's actually how I ended up in the program eons ago. My son is now 13 and thriving, but when he was almost 3, we had joined the daycare since he was 12 weeks old, like everyone joins a daycare, and didn't think we'd need the inclusive piece of Good Shepherd, but liked its mission. And so we, worked for us in the location. But then when he was almost 3, we realized we actually kind of needed the mission. So one of the teachers at the school, one of the daycare teachers, noticed that he was behind. And so we started through the diagnosis. And so he was, diagnosed with developmental delay, later turned out to be autism. But through the program, they were able to connect us with the resources, having the therapists on site, having therapy rooms, et cetera, having teachers that knew exactly, how to get them to and be included, right? And then having the students also be accepting was wonderful. And so when he finally moved on into kindergarten and beyond, that's when I joined the board. So I'm happy to keep promoting this mission and making sure that there's an inclusive daycare around, because as we know, daycares are few and far between. A lot are closing because there is a challenge with money, and we have that challenge too, which is why we're here today.
Yeah. What positive changes have you seen in your son since being a part of this program?
Actually having, so, we were first-time parents with him, and so we had no one really to compare him to. And so we didn't notice the delay so much. We just thought, he's unique, right? Like we all do. We all love our kids, but it was actually having them help and point out, that need, and then getting that early diagnosis, right? And so we all know that early diagnosis is key, and having those services on site without having to pick him up and take him to a therapy site and bring him back was such a relief as a parent, right? We all got to work. We all got to keep making that money to keep our kid in daycare or keep him enrolled wherever. And so that really helped, right? And so I think that early diagnosis, early, just key interactions with other community partners then too, that the Good Shepherd helped with.
Community partners. Oh, that's a nice little segue there.
I'm learning. I've been watching.
Let's name a few. Who are some of your community partners that you have collaborated with throughout the years?
Yeah, thank you. And we're really blessed for that. The partnerships are critical, whether it's the Parkway School District, some of the therapists who have come over, as Julie alluded to, from First Steps and other places, and they work with our inclusion coordinator and all of our staff to try to make it a seamless process. I'm kicking myself because one brochure I forgot to drop on the way out or something showed a recent event we had with one of our other wonderful partners, Miriam School and Learning Center, who we instituted recently a quarterly speaker series, and they have not only been kind enough to sponsor, but sent one of their wonderful expert speakers on the subject of kindergarten readiness. So they've also helped embed therapists in our center. Stiefel is a sponsor of our speaker series as well. And really, I mentioned the one with Parkway, though. That's a seamless partnership, too, which is really essential. A variety of children start the day with us at Good Shepherd, and then 4 days a week, we'll get on a bus and go for specialized services over at the school district, come on back, and again, the idea is to make it all about inclusion, and as I said earlier, that benefits everybody, but it indeed would not be possible without all of our partners.
Yeah, no, and definitely a shout out to the special school district too, because we live actually in Maplewood, Richmond Heights, but still used, we're out at Parkway for our daycare, and so special school district definitely partners very well with Good Shepherd, and it's another good partnership.
What challenges are you guys facing right now?
Well, as Julie said, and it's why everyone's here, are one of the key pieces, and no sense in pretending otherwise.
That's right. That's right.
For pretty much every nonprofit.
Let's talk about it.
Absolutely. So, like most, if not all nonprofits in this area, costs and expenses are skyrocketing. And for all of these wonderful organizations, including ours, to keep doing what we're doing and try to sustain those wonderful missions into the future, for us, and again, it's not a sob story, it's just realities of trying to do business and do it at the highest threshold of quality. Yeah. Whether it's liability insurance tripling in the last year, a lot of facility things, but one of the things that ties back to our mission that has created a rather unique fiscal and programmatic challenge is we do our best to be fully inclusive, not turn children away. Children can wait interminably on the list to find out if they quote unquote qualify, and several are right at that cusp of risking falling through the cracks, waiting for a diagnosis. And if they do qualify, often insurance covers only a fraction of what are the true costs to provide the level of service they need and deserve. So we don't say to the family and the child, like, hey, we'll think about it for 8 months while we wait for insurance. We have, throughout all the decades of our existence, done all in our power to serve the children and families to the best of our ability. What support from days like today is so crucial in doing is helping us fill the gap and continue to do this for the short and long term. Without that support, that is jeopardized, because that gap is a prodigious one, many thousands of dollars a year in a year. So in a way, that's supporting our ability to, in a sense, scholarship families. Families do pay tuition to come to our center, but we have been able to avoid passing on exorbitant additional costs to families, many of whom are already facing additional costs by virtue of the extra needs and supports their child or children may need. So support from days like today is absolutely vital in helping us keep doing what we're doing. Did you want to add anything?
No, exactly. You hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
We benefited from those scholarships while we were waiting for our insurance to qualify, and it still didn't really qualify. And so we definitely, we got discounted rates and other, benefits from being in the program. So no, that's why I'm here. I got to pay it back.
That's right. It's the pat on the shoulder.
She does remember.
Yes. How will donations from GiveSTLDay directly impact the work that you do and the people that you serve?
You want to start on this?
Yeah, no, it directly impacts. Like I said, it all those kids, right? And so, from birth to 5 years old, any therapy they need, we're not going to ask, firsthand, can you pay? We're just going to go ahead and start that programming because, that early diagnosis, early intervention is key, right? We've seen that. I've seen that in my own son who's 13 and as ornery as any other 13-year-old out there. And so, let's make that happen for all of them. So that's where that money goes.
Yeah.
And if I may, the only thing, and again, she hit the nail on the head. The only brief thing I'll add, and as I think everyone knows, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. And,
nice.
When I give tours and stuff, I'm very candid with the families that we're touring that, we have a small but mighty management team. We like to think we have good ideas and we do our job well, and we do. But I tell them on the tours, what it always comes down to is what's happening day by day, moment by moment in the classrooms. We are blessed to have a superlative, dedicated staff. And again, in the interest of keeping it real, as much as we try to be competitive, and I think we are in paying decent rates and stuff, this field and all these fields with a lot of nonprofits, no one's in it getting rich. They are in it, yes, they need to make a living, which is vital to remember, but because they believe in the mission, they pour their heart into the mission and help bring that alive. For us to be able to keep recruiting and retaining these amazing staff who, this week and every week should be recognized, the support from days like today goes a long way in enabling us to keep doing that as well.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I want y'all to look right in that camera right there and tell the amazing community why it is important for them to support this beautiful org, not just on today, but every day after today.
Yeah, no, it's important. And then, like I've told all my friends and family, and I have posted a lot of things on Facebook today and everywhere else, but, give a little, give a lot, give what you can, find your favorite charity. If it happens to be ours, we would love it to be Good Shepherd because we are definitely trying to fill that gap.
And echoing everything Julie said, and just the two additional words come to mind for me is just need and impact. The need is definitely there more than ever, and the impact, which we talked about, endures not only in the immediate term, but into the years ahead. So we are grateful.
Awesome. Listen, Please support Good Shepherd School for Children. Let the people know how they can follow you or keep in contact with you.
Thank you so much. We do have a Facebook page, Good Shepherd School for Children. Best way is probably our website, which is real simple address, www.goodss.org. Goodss.org. And there's simple inquiry forms there, lots of good info, our phone number, everything. We'd love you to check us out. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you guys so much for all the amazing work that you do in our community. We really appreciate you guys.
No, thank you. Thank
Yes,
you for
good luck.
highlighting
Please
all of it.
donate. Donate to my friends.
Thank you so much.
The Hood
guys.
Connect
Good
is
job.
committed to empowering Black
Hi,
and underresourced
beautiful.
communities by removing barriers to vital resources through culturally affirming spaces, education, and direct support from trained community health workers. We spark real community connections. This Give STL Day, stand with us in building healthier communities and stronger futures.
All right, it is G. Anderson, and I am back on Give STL Day, the biggest giving day in the Lou. And yes, I am here at the St. Louis Community Foundation, and we are here all day pouring in, pouring up, pouring out into all of our amazing 501c3s that are right here in our beautiful city. And next up, we have Almost Home. Hi.
I love the intro.
How are you? I did that just for you.
Thank you.
Please pronounce your name for me.
Havana Watkins.
Havana.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Thank
What does
you.
that mean?
It's just a name my mother and her cousin came up with.
Goddess of Light.
Yes. We'll go with that.
We're going to go with it. All right, my darling. I would love for you to talk about the organization that you work for, you guys' mission, and what is your role there?
Yes, so I'm Havana Watkins. I've been at Almost Home since 2022. Almost Home was founded in 1993, and our mission is to end poverty 2 generations at a time. We're trying to build self-sufficiency for our teen moms that are expecting or pregnant or already moms. And so everything that we do is to help moms between the ages of 15 to 21. So anything from getting their GED to helping them get into college to financial stability, just living independently, not only for them, but their children, because we want to end poverty 2 generations at a time.
She's done. She don't need me. She don't need me. She's done this so many times. You can
Just
tell.
a few. Just a few.
Why Almost Home? What made you want to work there?
So I volunteered at Almost Home previously. I used to work in domestic violence and sexual violence, so I would talk to the young ladies about healthy relationships. I went on to become a doula, so then I volunteered my time helping the moms during the pandemic when they were by themselves and they had to go into labor. They had to find items that they needed for their children, and they were already living in a shelter. And then they had to go at 16 or 17 to try to have a baby by themselves. And imagine how hard that is. Even as an adult, being at the hospital or somewhere by yourself is hard and feeling isolated. Then the opportunity came for me to come to be a program director, and I took that on and kind of moved on unexpectedly. But I am the product of a teen mom, so I understand it from the point of view of how the children view their parents and their moms. And moms are superheroes. And watching them do all the things, because I remember watching my mom. I remember being up when the stars were out outside and she was determined. We were going to school. She was going to college, and she was dropping me off at daycare. So seeing that tenacity and that empowerment of my mom inspired me to want to continue to inspire other mothers, because they can do it and become amazing, and they can raise amazing children as well.
For sure. You're an amazing woman.
Well, thank you.
Look what your mommy did.
I know.
I am a product of a teen mom, too, so. She did that. All right. Current needs or challenges within the organization. What are you guys facing right now?
I mean, like everyone else, the financial instability. We don't know what the future holds. We're stable right now, and we believe in, our community. We have the faith that things are going to work out because we're going to make it happen regardless. But the rising costs every day, every time we have to do a grocery store run, get gas for the vehicles, get bus passes for the moms, the costs are continuing to rise, and we want to make sure that they have everything they need. Any mom that comes in our building and their children, they don't have to pay for anything. So all of their services are free. So from counseling to the clothes on their back to the detergent to the car seats, everything they need is free. And so with that comes the need for financial stability to be able to buy those things, because we don't want to continue to be a burden for them, and they're trying to reestablish their lives. So that's the biggest need right now is, making sure that we can stay stable and provide this housing for the moms and children, but also making sure that we are able to provide the type of staffing that needs to be there with them, because this is something that's very traumatic, and you have to have specialized people who want to have a heart to give. And all of my employees are mission driven. They're not there because of the check. They're there because they have a story. They've been through it. Their mom, their grandmother, they watched their sister. They're all mission driven. And so we want to make sure that we keep those type of people around to continue to encourage our moms and our babies.
And what type of staff do you have there currently?
So we have everything from social workers to case managers. We also have doulas on staff. We have partnerships with IFM, so we have a nurse practitioner that comes every week to see all of our moms and our children. We have case managers that are just here that want to be there because it's a 24-hour facility. So we have to, make sure that we have people there all the time.
Yeah.
And some of them just want to give. They have full-time jobs, but they come and work every evening and every night because they have a heart for the mission and the community and the unhoused, and they want to be a part of the change that those moms are.
That is really beautiful. Wow, folks that already work 40 hours a week, but want to come and volunteer their time and donate whatever expertise they have into the org. That is a beautiful thing. It says a lot about what you guys are doing over there for people to want to do that.
Oh, absolutely. And when you see the success stories, it just brings tears to your eyes when you see them graduate, when you see them get their first apartment, when they come back and say, hey, I was in room 12. Can I go see it? And they bring their children. So it just really warms your heart when you see that, we may have been the bad guys and the moms that had the rules and the curfew and you got to do this, but they appreciate it later. They do come back. And we do too, because it's no different than what our moms did to us.
That's very true. My mother cracked the whip.
You know it.
Woo! Speaking of success stories, what is like your most memorable one that you can share?
My most memorable one. Let's see, so many of them. I guess one of the ones is a young lady who came. The first time she came, she had one child. When she left, she was pregnant with another one. And then she came back, and I hadn't heard from her in a long time. And I always wondered, how's she doing? How are things going? And, rules are sometimes not everybody's forte. But she came back and she said, I got my high school diploma. She said, you kept telling me that I was going to do it, and I did it. I want you to come to my graduation. I was so excited. I was so happy for her. She not only got her high school diploma, she graduated top of her class. She also went on to get her own home, and she's in school now at St. Louis Community College. And she's like, you told me that I could do it, and I believed in you because you believed in me. Her background wasn't great. The children of her father later passed away, so she's literally a single mother with no support and no help. And she continues to call, and she's like, I'm going to work for you one day, Miss Savannah. Just remember that. I was like, if you say so, girl. And she's come back, and she always comes back. And no matter what, she's always smiling, and she's always telling everyone, thank you so much. It is hard, but this got me to where I wanted to be. And, just seeing those type of stories just makes you know that even though they may have left and been upset, that it still resonated with them that they had to reach their goals. Not for me, but for themselves and their children. Yeah. And they're doing really well now. So I love to see that. And I'm always saying, keep in touch. And the ones that actually keep in touch, it always warms our heart when they come back by to see us.
I love that so much. Volunteering and donating, like goods. How do people go about doing that as it relates to volunteering their time or donating any types of goods?
Yes, so we love our volunteers. So you can volunteer anyway. You can volunteer sorting out our donations that come in. You can volunteer at our front desk. You can volunteer to teach a class. I mean, basic needs. We make the assumption because we say young moms that they know everything, but they're still teenagers. So they don't always know how to wash the clothes, to separate, all of those things, how to be organized. And so volunteering looks however it is that you want it to look. You can volunteer in any type of ways. You can volunteer at events. You can volunteer at your job and say, hey, everybody can dress down for $1 this day, and that donation goes. Or you can have a diaper drive, or any type of drive that you want.
Yeah.
Donations and volunteering, you can go onto our website and you can say, hey, I want to volunteer. I don't know where, but please reach out to me and we'll give you a tour. And then it may spark a little interest, like, oh, I want to redecorate this room. And we're like, come on, let's do it. But however, and goods, you can always donate goods. Everything has to be brand new. We do take donations of clothes that are gently used. And we have a boutique where each mom can come in and go shopping every week. They're able to get the items that they need.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. For the community who wants to support Almost Home, why? Why should they support Almost Home?
You should support Almost Home because the children are our future, and they're still children. And as a community, we have to pour into our community. We can't always complain about all the things that are going wrong. We have to be a part of the solution. So being part of the solution may be a nominal donation, or maybe you volunteering your time and mentoring somebody. And so I just encourage anybody to just give, because you feel so much better when you give. Whether it's your time, whether it's effort, whether it's just something anonymously, it makes you feel good inside. And knowing that you're changing the lives 2 generations at a time should really make you want to give just a little bit more.
You are so good at this.
Oh.
She's so good at this.
Thank you.
Please share your website or your socials of how people can keep in contact with you or to contact you.
Sure. So you can look at our website, www.almosthomestl.org. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on LinkedIn. So you can find everything that you need on that website. We will be happy to have you donate. We will be happy to have you volunteer. Just whatever it is that you can do to give and to support our community, we will be grateful for it.
There it is. My sis has spoken. Thank you so much for all the amazing work that you guys are doing. Again, we are products of Teen Moms, and so it is just amazing that you have these resources ready and able to help the community at large. So thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
God bless you. All right.
At Connections to Success, we inspire individuals to realize their dreams and achieve economic independence by providing hope, resources, and a clear plan forward. Through career readiness and professional development programs, we help people build sustainable futures. This GiveSTLDay, your support can help turn ambition into achievement and hope into lasting success.
Not a lot of, oh, wait. 10 seconds. Hello. This is Chi Anderson on GiveSTLDay right here in St. Louis, and I am here, right here at St. Louis Community Foundation. I am so excited, so elated to be celebrating all these amazing nonprofits that we have right here in our city. And guess who's up next? Reagan from 10th Life Cat Rescue! Reagan, you're supposed to be.
I'm excited, yes. Thank you so much.
That's a really cute sweater you have on.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Of course. I would love to get into the mission of the organization you work for and who you serve. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I'm the director at 10th Life Cat Rescue. We are a stray cat rescue here in St. Louis, and we prioritize stray cats with special needs and injuries. So we take in cats who sometimes have a broken leg or, a medical condition that's really complex that they need specialized care or treatment, neonatal kittens, a lot of those this time of year. And we also help our community in terms of education. So we have so many people contact us all throughout the day, most days, just on how to help different cats in need, how to find different types of resources and such. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. And why this org? What made you say, I want to work for 10th Life Cat Rescue?
Oh, great question. So I've always loved cats. When I was in college back in 2016, I started volunteering at 10th Life, and I just fell in love with the organization and the work. I particularly fell in love with helping neonatal bottle babies at the time and taking that role on. And so as time has gone on, I've just stayed with the organization because I love it so much. But I think probably the biggest reason is actually I have a 25-year-old cat who has some complex medical issues, and he's the whole reason I became involved in cat rescue. Yeah, he's very old. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. I've never heard of anyone with a 25-year-old cat. So what are some current challenges or a need that the organization is facing right now?
Sure. Well, like most organizations, I'll say our biggest need is probably finances. So with taking on cats with complex medical issues or injuries, they come with a lot of expenses. Going to hospitals all of the time and emergency rooms with our cats is very expensive. So, and that costs have risen in the past couple of years, especially since COVID. Our just costs have increased. So financial support to pay for those bills. Our average month looks to be a minimum of about $10,000 in veterinary expenses. So money to help pay those bills and get these cats the care that they need. And then we also always have the challenge of needing more foster families, which is our biggest volunteer need. We don't have a actual shelter. We have a storefront that serves as our headquarters and adoption lounge, but the majority of our cats live in foster homes with volunteers who take care of them and rehab them and help them get adopted.
Oh, that's beautiful. How many cats are there right now?
So we usually have about 100 cats in our care. We help around 250 a year. And right now we have about 50 foster parents. So if you do that math, everyone takes on as many as they can, but we always need more.
Yeah, yeah. Any volunteer opportunities that you can share with the community?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, fostering is probably our biggest volunteer need, and it's a little, sometimes it sounds daunting to people, but it's really fun and rewarding. You're taking on a cat that you're going to really help and get to see them transform. You're helping get them through really probably the hardest time of their life, and so it's very rewarding, even if it comes with challenges. But of course, we also need people to come to our physical location where we house about 20 cats and help take care of them throughout the day. Volunteers come in twice a day, clean litter boxes, just play with the cats and make sure that the space is clean and safe for them. And of course, we need volunteers to help with pretty much everything. We have 2 full-time staff members, so we're a very small team. Volunteers help with event planning, with writing grants, pretty much everything our organization does, volunteers can help out with.
Okay, you speak about event planning. Do you have like any big event coming up?
I'm so glad you asked, because we actually have a big event next weekend that we are trying to sell more tickets to. It's our first time doing this event, but it is a prom fundraiser. It's an adult prom, and it's 1980s themed, so we're encouraging people to dress like they're going to 80s. Yeah, so it's at the Kirkwood Community Center, and on our Facebook, which is just at 10th Life Cats, and on our website, 10thlifecats.org, people can find where to buy tickets to that.
That sounds like a blast.
We're excited.
80s era, yes. Okay, so how can the community get involved, not just for GiveSTLDay, but outside of St. Louis GiveSTLDay? Why should they support this beautiful organization?
Great question. So if you are an animal person, specifically a cat person, it's just really rewarding to see cats come in that are in a really tough spot, you know, like I mentioned, having those injuries or special needs and often being turned away from other shelters because they don't have the resources to care for them. It's very emotional and very inspiring to see the resiliency of cats and how they can transform with just a little love and care from us. And I'll share, a personal story with why I think people should get involved. I currently have a foster cat named Minxie, and she started off just as a South City street cat. She was an alley cat who had to be trapped before she could come in because she was really scared of people. We got her inside. Turns out she's very sweet and loves people, but she had a blood clot last fall that went to her heart and almost killed her. And we had her at the emergency vet, and they told us they would understand if we let her go, compassionately euthanized her. But there was a treatment option, and it was very, very expensive, but we decided she deserves this chance, and so we were able to fundraise and get her the treatment. And they gave her 6 months to live. Well, it's been 6 months and she's still alive and she's doing really, really well. So that just is the type of story that shows if these cats get this chance, they often do well. And the donations that we receive provide those chances.
Cats really do have 9 lives or more, don't
they? They often do, yes.
25-year-old cat.
Yes.
All right, share to the community how they can keep up with you, keep in contact with you, or even get involved with the org.
Yeah, so you can find all of our information on our website, which is just 10th, spelled out, TENTH, lifecats.org, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're at 10th Life Cats everywhere, and we're sharing a lot today because it's GiveSTLDay, but we do share stuff all throughout the week with fun cat stories and events and all of that fun stuff. So please follow along, and no matter where you're giving today, thank you.
Oh, she's so sweet. Please support 10th Life Cat Rescue. Donate to this amazing org and these beautiful animals. We really appreciate you, Reagan, for all that you do for the babies, for the fur babies. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course.
Missouri Appleseed works to improve systems at the intersection of public health, criminal justice, and child welfare through research, education, and advocacy. We believe every Missouri family deserves the opportunity to thrive.
This GiveSTLDay help us create policies and pathways that lead to stronger futures for families.
Sunny, Give STL Day, and I am right here at St. Louis Community Foundation. I am so excited to still be celebrating all the amazing nonprofits here right in our city. And next up, we have Scott Walker with LifeWise STL. Scott. LifeWise STL. I'm excited to see you. I would love to learn more about the amazing org that you work for. So if you could just talk about the mission and the people that you serve.
Oh, absolutely. We work in a very holistic way. So we have babies 6 weeks old all the way through seniors. So we want to be able to impact the family as a whole, but also know that people have different times in their life and journey that they need us. But our real goal is transformation, not just stabilization, to give these hardworking participants that we have an opportunity for the life that they want and dream about.
Wow. Where are you guys located?
So we're just south of Ballpark Village by a few blocks, so just in South City, and have been in that neighborhood for next year 125 years, always within a 6-block radius of that. So.
Oh my gosh, that's historic. How long have you been with the org, Scott?
So this is year number 16 for me, but I've been around the organization for about 30. Started as a volunteer and helped them with a fundraiser, and then became on their board, and then eventually ascended to this position. So.
I'm seeing a trend here with everyone that I'm speaking with. They starting off as a volunteer and eventually they're becoming a part of the team. And I absolutely love those stories because you're really just pouring out from the heart, doing something that you're passionate about, and you become family. I absolutely love that.
You really do.
Yeah.
And when you get to see the hardworking participants and what they're accomplishing and how appreciative they are, the support they get, it's a great place to be.
Oh, yes. What is your favorite part about working for LifeWise STL?
You know, I think it's a couple things. Number one, we have an amazing team, a very passionate, very professionally trained team, but really the participants. They are so appreciative and responsive to the support that they get, and we really walk with them. They do the hard work, but when you see them accomplish something and what it means to them and their family and how it changes lives, not only for them, but the next generation, it's a pretty neat experience to live with every day.
Yeah. What have been some of the biggest challenges that you've faced since you've been working there?
Well, I think, you know, a lot of things. We've transitioned the organization from less stabilization to more transformational work. So that's evolved. But right now is probably the toughest time. Obviously, we went through the COVID piece where we had to adapt and pivot and meet the need of the community. And we're doing that again right now between the immigration piece that is happening and the tornado that happened almost a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Those two things add on to everything else we do, gives us a full plate, but we're happy to be in the community to support them at this time.
Yeah. Speaking of donations, how will the GiveSTLDay donations impact the work that you do or the people that you serve?
Well, it greatly impacts the number of people we can serve. We have wait lists in every program. But an example of the dollars come in, they may funnel into our economic wellness program. And with that, we have credit building, match savings accounts that people are buying houses, buying cars, going back to school, have started businesses in the past, maybe have a maternity leave that their job doesn't pay for and they can save for that. So those are really big life-changing, family-changing activities that dollars impact in a big way.
Yeah. Success stories. Do you have a favorite or a most memorable?
You know what, I often think about Barbara, who lived across the street in supportive housing. And she had been a part of our old organization, the old way we operated in a more stabilization way. But when we did this transition to higher touch and higher involvement, she jumped right in. And she jumped into the economic wellness program I just talked about. And she went from living in public housing to owning her own home. And the reality of that is it can be expensive to be poor because her own home mortgage was $20 a month cheaper than what she was paying in public housing. So that's life-changing. Plus, it built equity for her two grandchildren that she had custody of as well.
Wow. Are there any volunteer opportunities at LifeWise STL?
There is unlimited volunteer opportunities. We have a very dedicated and team of 3 that work around volunteers. There's not much of anything that happens in the building and in program that volunteers can't be a part of, whether it's day-to-day programming or events or facilities or working directly with our participants. So we love volunteers, and for us, I often say that if we were a business, we'd have a third larger staff than we have, but because we're a nonprofit and don't have much of a bench, volunteers really fill that gap in a big, huge way.
I love a good volunteer. Why should our community choose to support your organization, not just on today, but way after GiveSTLDay?
Well, I think the big piece is the transformation that we do. We are not just maintaining people where they're at. People leave us and we don't see them again because they've achieved the life they've had, and that's what we should all want. We really look at things that what would we want for our own kids, what would we want for our family, and your dollars help support that for these families that may not have had the opportunities that we have had.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Scott, we really appreciate all that you guys are doing over there for over 100 years. That is incredible. That's something to say about the org itself. Please look in that camera and tell people how they can follow you, whether it's on social media or your website.
Well, first, we're thankful for being here and appreciate the partnership with the foundation, but you can reach us at our website, www.lifewisestl.org. And I'd encourage you to do so because obviously in these few minutes we can't cover the breadth and depth of what we do. So we'd love for you to check us out and then come see us. We have some things where you can bring a few friends and we'll do a luncheon tour and learn more about us, but love for you to be involved. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Scott. We really appreciate you. Keep up the great work.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
At Connections to Success, we inspire individuals to realize their dreams and achieve economic independence by providing hope, resources, and a clear plan forward. Through career readiness and professional development programs, we help people build sustainable futures. This GiveSTLDay, your support can help turn ambition into achievement and hope into lasting success.
Anderson, and I am back for GiveSTLDay right here at St. Louis Community Foundation, and I am here with the amazing Troy and Trey. Yes. I like that. It's giving duet. How are y'all doing today? All right. So I would like to talk about the amazing organization that you guys work for. If you can just talk about the mission and the people that you serve.
Okay, so our mission is to develop relationships with the residents of St. Louis to increase their knowledge of tree care. That way we can expand the canopy, the urban canopy of the neighborhoods that are in the St. Louis city so that people can have cleaner air to breathe, you know. And so really the people that we serve are grassroots level people that, you know, live in the community. So we do a lot of door knocking and hanging up door hangers to reach these residents. But we also serve the general community who just care to do something and give back, you know. So we have a lot of residents who don't live in the city that come in just to volunteer here in the city and increase that tree canopy. Our tree canopy is quite small. I mean, for the standards, we should be bigger than what we are.
Yeah. And what's the name of your org?
St. Louis Neighborhood Foresters.
There it is. What do you do there?
I'm the development director, and my charge is to increase the capacity of this organization to do more of the good works that it's doing.
Okay. So why did you choose this org to work for? Both of you. This is a question for both of you.
For me, it was an invitation of Trey to look into how I can add value to a need. You know, we just experienced not too long ago, last year within a year, EF3 tornado, and we lost over 5,000 trees. And these trees are not coming back unless we not just plant trees, but care for these trees. Our goal is really to care for baby trees. The first 3 to 5 years, they have a high mortality rate, and unless these trees are being cared for, they're going to die and not going to serve us. And these trees do so many good things for us. They clean the air. They actually help sewage runoff, or they protect us from, you know, the increased heat island. You know, there's neighborhoods that are 10 degrees and 50 degrees hotter because they just don't have a healthy tree canopy. So we do these things. And one thing I learned that was surprising, a healthy tree canopy can actually have traffic calming benefits to slow traffic down on our residential streets, right? Amazing, right? Not only that, cardiovascular benefits, mood benefits. There's so many things that the trees do in our atmosphere that help humans that we feel every neighborhood deserves to have a healthy tree canopy.
I never really thought about that with the traffic.
Most people don't.
You know how we blow through stop signs here in St. Louis like it's regular?
Yes.
Those are in with no trees.
She just called y'all out, said y'all couldn't drive. You're not from, oh, well, yeah, you know we can't drive.
No criticisms, observations.
What is the current need or challenge that the org is facing right now, guys?
Well, the biggest challenge we have is we can have all these trees planted, which there's plenty of initiatives for that, but if those trees aren't getting touched on a monthly basis, sometimes on a weekly basis during the heat waves of St. Louis, then they will die. That's resources that's wasted that could otherwise make for a very beautiful tree. And also, the trees that don't receive care, they don't really grow into trees that are desirable or are healthy enough to really make them worth our while, right? And so proper pruning, is one of the things we teach our volunteers how to do. Proper watering during the summertime. Every week, the tree needs 5 to 10 gallons of water, right? And so part of our mission is not only to teach residents how to give the tree care, but to inspire them to be stewards of the tree. So we have a web app. It's metrotreelc.org, and the web app allows you to adopt a tree and record the care that you're giving to it, so that when we come out as a volunteer group, we don't give more resources, our high value resources, to a tree that already has been watered. We'll just water the next tree, because there are so many trees that don't get watered throughout the summer. But you'll notice the difference in the neighborhoods where we've been in for the last 3 years. Their baby trees are well taken care of.
Of course they are, because y'all are taking care of them.
I also think education is a need.
Yeah.
We need to be more aware of the good things that trees do for us. We just named a few. But just imagine in your neighborhoods right now if all the trees were gone. Not just from a beautification perspective, but all the ecological benefits and all the things that the microbiome does to help this planet, So we really need to have, just imagine this beautiful compound with none of these beautiful trees around. It'd have a whole different feel.
It would.
The education and awareness of the importance of trees, what it does for our humans and our planet, I think the awareness would actually allow more people to be involved.
I never really thought of this like this. I am blown. This is good. So what other companies have you collaborated with to kind of keep the mission moving forward?
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing. I'm new to forestry, but it's filled with some incredible people from the City of St. Louis Forestry Department. Alan, the commissioner here, he's awesome. Meredith at Forest Relief. Forest Park Forever has been very supportive. The MDC, MCFIC, all these organizations have really embraced St. Louis Neighborhood Foresters, and we work in collaboration with all of them because we share a common mission.
Did you want to add?
Oh, yeah. That was great.
With the unfortunate tornado that happened last year, it kind of wiped out a lot of our beautiful trees. So what are you guys doing to replenish a lot of what we lost?
Go ahead.
All right, yeah. So we do tree plantings, but we are very much grassroots led. Our neighborhood leaders serve the neighborhoods that they live in typically, and we are in some neighborhoods where the leaders don't necessarily are from there, but they're still leading these tree care events once a month. I forgot what question I was answering.
With the tornado, how it wiped out most of the trees, I just want to know how you guys were helping to replenish some of those.
So where we come in is after the trees have been planted, is to make sure they get the care that they need. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Cool.
We're also, doing a joint initiative with Forest Relief in O'Fallon Park, where we are replacing, because they were devastated.
Yeah.
So they're planting trees, and we're helping to the watering process. Yeah.
That's beautiful. How will donations from GiveSTLDay directly impact this org or the people that you serve?
I mean, it just will allow us to continue to do the great work that we're doing in the 9 neighborhoods that we're currently doing, but our goal is to expand to all 79 St. Louis City neighborhoods. We're also in the process of developing water rigs, right? So our volunteers are going to be able to have these huge capacity to water trees in various neighborhoods. It allows us to build our app so that we can track the tree inventory because, you know, the city has limited resources and we need to help the city to be able to track the care of these trees. So we're developing an app that will be able to track the pruning and the watering and just the overall care for the trees and kind of know what our tree canopy. We want to increase our tree canopy, so this is a way for us to help track it. And with your donations, we can actually, you know, water a tree all summer. It gets pretty hot. And some of these neighborhoods, like I said earlier, are like several degrees hotter. Even when the sun goes down, that heat still radiates. So with a healthy tree canopy and shade, we can calm that. But we need the watering. So $60 can actually water a tree all summer long. So that's a direct impact there.
$60. Give them $60, people. Please donate to this amazing org. You talked about the app. What other things does this amazing app entail?
Well, we actually use it as a community engagement tool as well because we believe that, you know, if the community comes out, because, you know, we live in a society where everyone's on their phone and everyone's on the internet and we're not really interacting with one another. So we use the app as a way to get the community to come out and jointly track these trees and engage with one another and see what people are up to beautify their own neighborhood. This is something that you don't have to wait until someone outside the neighborhood or the city. You can actually take control of the beautification in your own neighborhood, do good, and bring your whole community around something that's great. The children can get involved. We have kids that come out. We have people that come out. And, you know, it's interesting with the app specifically. I was talking to one gentleman who was really reluctant to get into the wheelchair that his doctors are saying you need to start using your wheelchair. And, you know, when you have your own independence, it's hard to, like, give that up. So what was amazing to me is that I was telling him, you know, with our app, you can actually help while people are pruning and watering and mulching. You can actually use the app and help record these trees, the service of these trees. And his whole eyes kind of lit up with purpose and a sense that I can contribute. Because like, I can't bend down there, I can't water, but there's what you can do. And it's essential that we track the work that we're doing. Sometimes we get so caught up in doing the work and we don't record it. So yeah, definitely a way of engaging the community. All parts of our community can contribute and add value to this.
That's awesome, guys. Please look in this camera right here and explain to our community why they should support this amazing org, not just on GiveSTLDay, but way after.
Okay, you should support St. Louis Neighborhood Foresters so that we can clean the air of St. Louis. Quite honestly, the air quality here could use some cleaning and some help, and a tree canopy will do just that. And $60 will go a long way this summer, but $10 would show us solidarity with the mission. So any amount would be great. We'd be grateful for.
And it's good to give. You know, I heard a phrase that resonates with me, and I'm paraphrasing it, but it says, you know, plant and care for a tree that provides shade under which you'll never benefit from. So it's a matter of just paying it forward, caring for these baby trees that grow up and live for hundreds of years and serve a community long after we're gone. So pay it forward. Do good for good's sake.
You heard the man. Pay it forward for goodness sake. You guys have a website or social media you can share?
Yes.
You can find us you can find our website at stlnf.org. Our social media handle is stl_nf. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. And our web app is www.metrotreelc.org. It takes 2 minutes to set up your account, and then a little map will show up with your location and all the trees that are around you, and you can select one to adopt.
And we are 26% towards our goal, so keep it coming.
Oh, please, they're so close.
Yeah,
oh, my gosh, that's great. Trey and Troy, thank you guys so much for all the amazing work you do for our community. Please keep up the amazing work.
We will.
Thank you guys so much.
Take care.
Yep.
At the Washington County Memorial Hospital Foundation, we strengthen health and healing in our rural community by funding compassionate care, essential resources, and meaningful spaces. From patient programs to our new healing courtyard, we're committed to care that goes beyond the bedside. Your Give STL Day support helps create comfort, hope, and healing when families need it most.
Hello, my name is Chi Anderson, and I am here for Give STL Day right here in St. Louis, Missouri at St. Louis Community Foundation, and I am elated to be here with all these amazing 501c3s that were produced and birthed right here in the city that I was born in. Hello! Good afternoon to Stephanie and Lindsay of the Oasis Institute. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, even better with this energy you're bringing.
It's the water. It's water. I would love to hear more about your amazing org's mission and the people that you serve.
Sure. So we are a national nonprofit organization, but we were founded here in St. Louis in 1982. Our founder, Marilyn Mann, is still very involved in the organization. She just celebrated her 89th birthday last month, which ties into our mission because several years ago when she was looking around St. Louis, she did some tours of senior centers and saw older adults doing crafts and playing bingo. And she said, you know what, that's not good enough. There's a lot more that we owe our older adults and a lot more that they can contribute to society. And so that's her kind of cornerstone idea with which she started Oasis. So our mission is to support healthy aging. And we do that through kind of three main pillars. We do lifelong learning programs. That includes everything from line dancing to history to cooking to current events. We have a lot of education, health education classes as well. We just started yesterday cardio drumming, which was super popular. We have
to talk more about that.
Yes, and we have some other falls prevention programs. We have exercise classes. Tai Chi is one of our most popular classes. And then the third thing we do is we use older adults, work with them as a lever to expand impact in the community. So we have them serve in volunteer positions throughout the region. The most popular program we have, which Stephanie will tell you about in a little bit later, is our intergenerational tutoring program. So we pair trained older adult volunteers with academically at-risk readers and now students who are needing a little bit more support in math. And in the St. Louis metro area, we have about 1,200 older adults who have worked with about 1,800 students. We've also got another really popular volunteer program called Give 5, which is where we call it a civic matchmaking program. So we match retirees with nonprofits all across the region who need volunteers. So we take them on bus tours to all sorts of different nonprofits. We've worked with almost 100 to this point, and then at the end of their tour, we match them with a nonprofit organization where they volunteer at that organization for the next year. So all sorts of things. Our main mission is supporting older adults, but a lot of the programming we do impacts multiple generations.
And what age does it start that you can be a part of the program?
So we'd say we don't card at the door. Our average participant age is about 75, but really a lot of our programs are during the day, so they're more geared towards retired folks. So folks start with us when they're 50 and older, and then obviously in the tutoring program, we serve younger children in grades K through 3 with that program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you want to add anything?
No, I think Lindsay covered.
Okay.
How awesome we are.
You guys are awesome. That's dope what you're doing. Current need or challenge that your organization is facing right now?
You want me to take that?
Sure.
Okay, so like many other nonprofits, we are facing the struggle of a higher need for our services, but a struggle to find financial support for those services. We are facing the threat of loss of federal funding that supports our tutoring program, and we are just in that same struggle like everyone else. And I forgot the second part of the question. Sorry.
What challenges or needs are you facing right now as it relates to serving the org?
So in regards to our tutoring program, a huge thing that we are facing is that school funding is also under threat right now, right? So
the need for our services is going up. Math scores, reading scores still are not where they should be for students in Missouri and across the nation. So there's a higher need for our program, but schools are unable to sometimes pay a small fee for our services. So what we like to do is try to raise funds so that they don't have to, and that we can provide it to any student that needs it. And in regards to our health and wellness classes, we have a huge portion of those that are funded federally, and that funding is at risk as well. So we are doing a great job of trying to make up for those potential losses, but it is a genuine threat that we are facing as an organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would also say, unfortunately, we live in an ageist society, and a lot of people don't really understand the benefits that older adults bring to the work that we can do. And so if you look within the funding sphere, the support for older adults from corporations and foundations is really small. And so we're trying to also spread the word about how awesome and amazing our older adult population is and all that they have to give back to our community. We have several folks that we work with. I have 2 young children, and they have busier calendars than I do. I mean, they are volunteering at this place, they're helping with their grandchildren, they're taking classes and maintaining just being active and healthy. And I think that a lot of people have a misperception about the older adult population. And so that's something that we try to change with our communications and our programs as well.
Why the Oasis Institute? What made you guys want to work there?
Well, I will say that I came on staff because I had the opportunity to work with my mentor, and that was great. But what I fell in love with almost instantly was the power that these older adults possess. The fact is that these are people who are giving an hour a week to a student for 9 full months. If I had known just how powerful that volunteer force was in the beginning of my career, I would have been hitting it up way earlier than when I came to Oasis. But I think that older adults are very underestimated. People don't just assume that they are incapable of doing things that we at Oasis get to see. They can not only do, they can master, and they can be such a force for change in their communities, and that's what really made me fall in love with Oasis.
Well, and it's funny, I didn't realize it till you just articulated it, Stephanie, but that's the exact reason I came to Oasis, because my mentor through the Association of Fundraising Professionals worked there, and they had a job opening, and he reached out, and I thought that would be really lovely to have the opportunity to work day in and day out with him. So that's why I initially came to Oasis, not really knowing a lot about the older adult population other than those older adults that were in my life. But I've been with the organization for 10 and a half years and have just really fallen in love with the work that we do and the participants we serve and the amazing experience and wisdom that our audience brings. And I learn something new from them every day.
I love that for you both. Are there any volunteer opportunities that you can share with the community?
Oh, absolutely. So tutoring is always recruiting. There's no end in sight to the need for older adults to help children with reading and math. So that's an ongoing thing we recruit for. But we also use peers as instructors, as office help in our 2 locations in St. Louis. Let's see, what else do we do? We do a lot of different, Give 5 help coordinators, things like that. We always need help at Oasis, and they can easily find us. So yes, we have tons of volunteer opportunities. If you have the time and the heart, we can find a place for you.
Well, and the 2 props we had just fell down, but this is a perfect segue, because one of the things I really appreciate about our program too is that you don't have to have a certain skill set to come in and volunteer with us. So we do have a decent number of past educators that volunteer with us as tutors, but if you're not, that's completely fine. So this is our math toolkit, and then in the bag we have our tutoring toolkit. But we train our volunteers, we give them session plans and books and materials and everything that they need to be successful with the program. And then additionally, we provide them with optional professional development opportunities throughout the year around things that children are facing in schools. So maybe it's around social emotional learning or new ways of teaching math. I struggle to help my 5th grader with math, so I totally understand the need for that. So we do provide all that extra training and support as well, so anybody can come in and volunteer with us.
Yeah. Speaking of that math, it's really different now, isn't it?
It's very different.
Very different.
I don't get it.
What I can say about that is that the teachers that wrote our math program, which we usually harness our great relationships with school districts to help us write our curriculum. We're not educators, we don't know what we're doing, it would be bad. So we actually told them that was the one thing we really needed, was this to be simple enough that any tutor could do it. And they did a wonderful job. And they still managed to find a way for the tutor to connect with the child so that it doesn't feel like it's more schoolwork. It feels like, oh, this is my tutor, she's coming to see me, and we're going to work on math, and we're going to play games, and we're going to talk about math concepts, and it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. How will donations from today directly impact the work that you do and the people that you serve?
Well, Stephanie mentioned we have already faced some federal funding cuts for the tutoring program, so there's a gap that we're trying to make up for. So the other exciting thing about us today is we have $45,000 in matching gifts, so everybody's impact can go a lot further than it would on another day. So we're happy to utilize the power of that and feel like we can expand the power of gifts, just like our older adult volunteers expand the power of what we're doing in St. Louis. So we have many needs for the tutoring program. We have program materials and supplies. This bag here has what we give every single tutor who comes in the program. They get a Words I'm Learning and a Words I Know book for their children. They get a journal. They get some manipulatives to use with them during their session plan. So that's always a need that we have. For the Give 5 volunteer program that I talked about as well, that is cut from the Missouri budget, and we had some funding from the Department of Economic Development for that. And so this will help just keep older adults in volunteer service in a plethora of ways throughout the nonprofit community. So not only impacting Oasis, but it's going to be a force multiplier in impacting these schools and impacting these other nonprofits where we go out and work with our older adults to put them out in the community and use their skills and wisdom to put to good use.
Do you want to shout out any community collaborators or partners that you've been working with to keep the mission moving forward?
I'm going to say no, but only because we have more than 700 partners, and I wouldn't want anybody to feel left out.
Just say hi to all of them.
Yes, hello. We appreciate you. School districts, churches, program locations, libraries, senior centers, older adult living facilities. So we're just really appreciative for everyone that joins in with us to make our mission possible.
Over 700 is like, that's wow. That's crazy. That's so good. Okay, so look in this camera right here and speak to our lovely community and tell them why they should support your amazing organization, not just today, but way far beyond GiveSTLDay.
So I would say we need to stop underestimating the power of older adults in our community. So give to Oasis so we can still provide those wonderful classes and education and our wonderful volunteers to our St. Louis community and beyond.
Yeah, adding on to that, we all have parents, grandparents, maybe we're that age ourselves, and we wouldn't like it if other people treated them like society is treating older adults. So let's just really think about how the work that we do at Oasis with our older adult volunteers and participants can really make a difference in the community. So for today, we have the match. And then after that, we always are going out in the community and doing good work. So we really appreciate it.
Yes. Please support this amazing org, the Oasis Institute. Lindsay and Stephanie, thank you so, so much for all the great work that you're doing for our community. We really appreciate you both and everybody there.
Thank
and
you.
all 700 of your partners.
At 5 Acres Animal Shelter, we enrich the lives of pets and people through adoption, education, and vital community resources. As we prepare for a busy summer, your support helps us care for vulnerable animals and connect them with loving homes. This GiveSTLDay, help us give every animal the second chance they deserve.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you are on.
Hello, my name is Chi Anderson, and I am here for GiveSTLDay right here in St. Louis, Missouri at St. Louis Community Foundation. And I am here with Dr. Sullivan. Can I call you Dr. Sullivan?
You can call me
Maggie. Maggie is here with the Gratitude House, Inc., and I am looking forward to hearing more about the organization that you work for and the people that you serve.
Well, thank you for having me. Gratitude House is an elevated, innovative, sober living program for women. Our mission is to reduce the rate of relapse by providing a safe, supportive, beautiful home, but also a holistic program that allows women not just to stay sober, learn the tools that they need to stay sober, but also to rebuild their lives and build a life that they want to stay sober for.
And how long have you been with this organization, and what made you want to work there?
So I've been in recovery myself since 1998. My entire family's been affected by the disease of alcoholism and addiction, so it's something I've always been passionate about for the past few decades. I've worked with other non-profits, volunteer work, boards, and I've seen the power of recovery and how it dramatically changes somebody's life when they're able to get sober. But I've also seen the heartbreak and how hard it is to get sober. And sometimes it results in, if not institution or jails, but also death. And so I'm just really passionate about creating the resources that people need to stay sober, and not just the resources, but providing them with a community of other people who are sober that they can learn from and become friends with.
What has been the biggest challenge at your org that you guys are facing right now?
Well, so substance use disorder, the disease of addiction, alcoholism, it's a deadly disease. 1,000 people every day in the United States will die from alcoholism and drug addiction. And that has a ripple effect in that it affects everybody they know. It dramatically affects their family. We know that it's a genetic problem. It's a genetic disorder, so those with alcoholism and drug abuse, their family members are also likely to be alcoholic and addicted to drugs. And so it affects everyone. It also, only 1 in 8 who ever attempts sobriety are ever going to make it to 90 days. And even those who go to inpatient treatment, 60% will relapse within the first 30 days of leaving treatment, especially if they return to unstable environments that they were in where they were addicted. And so places like ours are essential for people to come to after treatment, although you don't have to go to treatment to come to Gratitude House. But it's essential that you continue practicing the tools that you learn in treatment, because 30 days in a treatment center, 30 days of sobriety, it's a drop in the bucket. And so our main focus is on our neuroscience curriculum. We're the only sober living program, definitely in the Midwest, maybe even the country, that provides this educational model that teaches our residents how to learn new cognitive and behavioral patterns.
Can you speak a little bit about what the curriculum entails?
Absolutely. So because of the neuroplasticity of our brains, we're constantly learning. Our brains are changing right now as you and I speak. And so when you're addicted to drugs and alcohol, your brain is becoming wired to get your drug of choice, to ensure that you are getting the alcohol that you need. We talk about it as a disease of obsession, an obsession of the mind and an allergy of the body. And so just because you become abstinent from drugs and alcohol doesn't mean that you're cured. You have to rewire your brain, and when you get cravings, when you get triggered, when you are exposed to either a relationship dynamic or the actual drug and alcohol itself, you need different cognitive and behavioral tools to not use, to not give in, to not relapse. And so our programming includes everything from classes on codependency, relationship dynamics, codependency, as well as identifying triggers, as well as understanding what their amygdala and their prefrontal cortex does when they're triggered. And then, of course, we have financial literacy classes. We have classes on spirituality and world religions. We have women's retreats and sound baths and yoga and meditation. And our residents also leave us with a professional resume and a budget. And we've had 100% job placement.
Wow. That's impressive.
And of course, our residents are immersed in a community of women with long-term recovery themselves. So you can't help but leave Gratitude House with a lot of new friends, healthy friends, sober friends who want the best for you.
Yeah, yeah. How will donations from GiveSTLDay directly impact the mission and the people that you serve?
So unlike the typical sober living homes, we do not accept any money from the state or federal government because we have really high standards for our resident. We have high expectations, and we don't admit everybody. You have to be serious about recovery and willing to do the work on a daily basis, be held accountable for it in order to come to us. If we received money from the government, typically we would have to lower our standards, reduce our requirements, and we're just not willing to do that because 85% of the women who have gone through our program have stayed sober 6 months and longer. That is unheard of nationally. And so anybody who donates to Gratitude House, you're not only donating in covering our operating expenses, providing the educational program, the home repairs, help us, pay our utilities, our mortgage, and the basic budget expenses, but we're actually saving and transforming lives. Our hope is to one day open a home for men and use the exact same model so that we can also serve men who struggle with alcohol and drug abuse. But we also provide free outreach to anybody that struggles with alcohol and drug abuse, whether they're male or female, needs sober living or not, so that we can help people. We can keep them alive, and we can provide them with whatever resources they need to stay sober. So we rely 100% on the donations of individuals. I'll also say that we have the best Giddy Up Gala in town. It's a country western hoedown.
That sounds fun.
It is so fun. You won't even know you're at a fundraiser. You don't have to dress up, go to the hotel, eat bad chicken, raises your paddle. You wear jeans, cowboy boots, cowboy hat, flannel shirts. This year it's at the Casa Loma Ballroom, which is its own experience down off Cherokee. And Trudy Bush Valentine will be our keynote speaker, and she's got a really amazing, compelling story about how this disease affects everybody, regardless of socioeconomic status, education, what high school you went to in St. Louis, and I hope you all can get tickets. We're looking for sponsors of that event. We expect a sold-out crowd of 400, and that will be on September 19th. And all that information is on our website, gratitudehousestl.org.
I really want to go to that. Giddy up. It sounds so much fun.
It is. It is a blast.
Yeah. Look right at this camera right here and tell our amazing community why they should support this amazing org.
I really hope you will reach out and support us. 100% of we rely 100% on the donations of individuals to support not just our operating budget, but our ability to help save more lives, and in the future open a house for men so that we can also serve men using the exact same programming that we do with women since we've had so much success. And we also hope that you can attend the Giddy Up Gala on September 19th at the Casa Loma, and all that information is on our website at gratitudehousestl.org.
That's such a cool name, Giddy Up Gala.
Yeah.
Maggie, thanks so much for all that you do for our community. Thanks so much for enlightening me and educating me more on Gratitude House. We really appreciate all that you do for us.
Well, thank you so much, and everybody at the St. Louis Community Foundation. You guys are great.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gratitude House provides a safe, supportive, and holistic program for newly sober women committed to 12-step recovery. Through community, structure, and education, we aim to reduce the rate of relapse, restore hope, and rebuild lives. This GiveSTLDay, your support can help a woman reclaim her life and step into lifelong, lasting recovery.
There it is. 5,
Hello, hello. This is Chi Anderson here with you again on GiveSTLDay right here at St. Louis Community Foundation. Today has been an amazing day, but we still have more for you. Why? Because it is all about giving back. Not just the orgs giving back to the communities, but us giving back to the orgs that is giving back to the communities. You see what I did there? Listen, we have Erin here from Urban Harvest STL. Hi, Erin. Erin is a cutie. She has on my favorite leopard print. I love me some good leopard.
It's my favorite neutral. That's what I always say.
It is a neutral. What you tell the people. All right, Erin, I would love to hear more about the amazing org that you work for, your mission, and who do you serve?
Yeah, so Urban Harvest STL, our mission is to build community around inclusive and resilient local food systems. We do that by operating a network of 5 urban farms. They're all in the city, comprising just under an acre of total land. So it's really not a lot, but we're able to grow over 4,000 pounds of produce and distribute 83% or more of that to our community, especially those experiencing food insecurity. We identify those people through the U.S. Census, low-income tracts with low access to a grocery store. So it's places that you might not find Schnucks, or if you do, you're going to walk in and the produce is going to look a little sad sometimes. You might not be able to find something that's super healthy. And that can be really difficult for families who are busy, who have places to be and can't drive all the way across town to find affordable access to food. So what we do is we grow our produce as a result of different educational programs. We have everything from our Little Sprouts program, which is the focus of our GiveSTLDay campaign for preschoolers in partnership with 2 early childhood education centers, and then all the way up to adult education, anywhere from just 1-hour workshop to a full season-long farm training program that prepares people for a career in urban agriculture. We grow all of our produce just because of those, different programs, and distribute that produce to those in the programs and those around us in the community.
Why? Why Urban Harvest STL? What made you want to work there? How long have you been there?
So I've actually been with us, I'm going on about 4 or 5 years now. And truly it's because I believe urban agriculture is a very holistic solution to a lot of issues that we see in the urban environment, all the way from environmental degradation. We operate on brown fields, which means a site that was previously used for industrial purposes, and it's really kind of bad soil, not a lot of habitat there for pollinators or local animals or anything. So we come in and we rehabilitate that. It reduces some of the urban heat island effect, which makes it really hot in St. Louis in the summers, and it also kind of helps reduce some of that runoff with the flooding. But in addition to just the conservation aspect, the public health aspect, we actually received from the Health and Human Services Department an award for our advancements in environmental justice work, because it really is a holistic solution. It's helping people move their bodies. It's helping people be outside. It's helping people be in community with each other, and you get to eat really nutritious, healthy food, which is, like I said, holistic, I believe.
Well, congratulations on the award.
Thank you.
Well deserved, for sure. What is a challenge or a need that you guys are facing right now at the organization?
Our challenges, honestly, are the same challenges that the community is facing. So 16% or more of St. Louisans are food insecure, and 32% of children. Of those, only 50% really qualify for federal assistance programs, and we've seen those federal assistance programs being slashed left and right. So the need is there, and it's not necessarily correlated to poverty. It's an access issue. And we want to be able to provide that access, but we're also seeing those funding cuts are hitting us as well. So while we're trying to provide, that need is getting greater, and the funds are just becoming less.
Yeah. It's an interesting time, is it?
I'm sure that has been reflected, as all of the organizations probably said the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. How will the donations from GiveSTLDay directly impact the work that you're doing and the people that you're serving?
So our GiveSTL campaign is focused on our Little Sprouts program. So that's a hands-on program for our 3 to 5-year-olds. So this is literally a tangible benefit. We're growing food hands-on in 2 garden education programs, and then we teach the kids how to identify those vegetables through a series of different identification tests and cooking demonstrations. So we're kind of instilling healthy habits early on, and to really send that home with the kids, we're actually starting this year a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture program, where we will be providing 10 Little Sprouts families with 10% or more of their allotted vegetable intake for the month, which comes out to, if you are buying organic produce at the grocery store, about $50 a month that we're saving these families. And we're keeping that local and making sure that they don't have to go too far to access that.
Wow, wow. Let's touch on organic and non-organic for a minute. Of course, we know one has pesticides and one doesn't, but can you expound on the difference between organic and non-organic for the community?
Absolutely. So aside from the environmental impact, glyphosate, for example, is Roundup, the weed killer that many of us have seen, on the shelves in Walmart or Lowe's. That is really detrimental to our pollinators, and our pollinators obviously are responsible for keeping everything beautiful, keeping the flowers blooming, and keeping the food growing. So we don't want to use anything that's going to harm what's helping us grow food. But also, it's not great for people. It's really not good for your immune system, your bloodstream, and it can have a lot of negative impacts. It's really difficult for people to avoid in the grocery store. Organic produce can be incredibly expensive, and it's hard to travel for long distances. When you have organic produce, it goes bad a little more quickly. So having that organic produce is not only better for your own internal health, but also for the environment and those who are growing it as well. Those who are exposed to glyphosate on commercial industrial farms experience higher rates of cancer and infertility issues as well. So we're protecting our farmers, we're protecting our consumers, and we're protecting the environment.
For those that may want to save a little money by buying things that aren't organic, how can they make sure that they're clean to eat at home?
Absolutely. So the safest things to buy that are not organic are going to be some things that grow underground, like potatoes, for example, because they're not really going to be touching the glyphosate or whatever they're using on the farms. But also just making sure you're washing with a combination of baking soda and vinegar. That'll help get any of the residue off of your produce. So just a quick little wash, make sure you see those bubbles suds up, and you'll see a little film, and that's the nasty stuff coming off. Yeah.
Woo. Okay. So why should anyone from the community support your organization, not just today, but every day after GiveSTLDay?
So our organization is a community-based organization. That's why our mission is to build community first. So if you want to continue to stay involved with us, it's not only going to benefit our community, but it really does benefit you as well. It really feels good to give back, especially in a time like this when it feels like so many things are out of our control. Having something small that you can see and tangible benefit that you actually helped be a part of, it feels really good, and it kind of helps restore hope. Like every once in a while, I'm like, oh, what's going on? The state of the world and all of these big, huge problems that I just am not equipped to deal with on my own. But then you come together in community and you realize we're kind of all experiencing the same thing. And that really feels good, I think.
Yeah. I really, really love what you do. Thank you so much for educating me and everybody that is watching. Please feel free to look at this camera. Tell everybody how they can follow you guys, keep up with you, and make sure that they support you, not just today, but every day after GiveSTLDay.
Our Instagram is Urban Harvest STL. Our website, same thing, urbanharveststl.org. We'll be doing a lot of different events. Like, for example, this Sunday is our first rooftop yoga series. So one of our farms is a rooftop beautiful farm in Midtown. And mostly we grow herbs and flowers up there.
Where exactly is it, Erin?
It is on Locust Street, 3224 Locust. It's the .Zac building, and the Sally's Rooftop Garden is what it's called. Okay. I'm actually our yoga instructor, so I'll be up there every second and fourth Sunday doing donation-based yoga classes, and at the end of the yoga class, we'll do like a little 15-minute garden activity like weeding, watering, or maybe if there's flowers in season, a little bouquet arrangement. It's super fun.
Again, thank you so much for all that you do to educate, to pour into us in a mighty positive way. We really appreciate everything that you guys are doing over there.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the great work, and please donate to Urban Harvest STL. We gonna wrap up? Erin was last. She closed us out.
I had time to think about all my answers.
You did great.
Thank you. Until next year, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That's right.
You're on. You're
Am I on? Oh. Hello. So it is Chi Anderson. We are signing out for Give STL Day 2026 right here at the St. Louis Community Foundation. It was a pleasure. I had an amazing time. I learned a lot about a lot of local 501c3s right here in St. Louis, and I'm super grateful for this opportunity. Thank you again, St. Louis Community Foundation, for all that you do, for pouring out into all of the amazing nonprofits right here in St. Louis, Missouri. We are signing out. Let's keep donating. We have to donate all day. We got all day to donate into these orgs and some more. Go into GiveSTLDay.org to do